Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Loud State here on the Empire Media. I am Adam Hernandez. With me is Josh. This is our first episode in I don't know how long, to tell you the truth. I think this is episode 8. If this was more of a of a regular thing, then maybe I would know offhand that what episode this was. But it's been a couple months since we've been able to do this show. But Josh, how you doing tonight?
Good, man. Yeah, good. This is only second or third one of the whole year, right? Or like second one of 2019?
Something like that, yeah. But we do have a guest tonight.
We do.
We do have two guests tonight. Well, actually, two guys on the line, same band, out of Iowa. X-Ray Mary, Jason,
And
you guys
Elgin?
there? You guys there?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah,
we're here.
Awesome. How you guys doing tonight?
Pretty good.
Awesome. Well,
How you doing?
we're great. Good to have you on. Is it Eldon and Jason, right?
Elgin.
Elgin and Jason. Of
like the suburb of Chicago.
Okay. of X-Ray Mary, like I said, out of Iowa. Now, are you guys you have the Ottumwa thing kind of connected to you. Are you guys all out of Ottumwa, or is it just some of you? What's that about?
Well, three of us live here. The fourth guy has lived here before, but doesn't live too far away.
Might be moving back.
Our fingers are crossed.
Okay, well, 3 of 4. You guys are from Ottumwa. It doesn't.
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter where the fourth guy's
Okay,
from.
so real quick before we get going,
Right?
what is Ottumwa most famous for? Is it A, the video game Hall
It's
of
X-Ray
Fame,
Mary.
B, X-Ray Mary,
Thank you.
C, the home of Tom Arnold, or D, the fake home of Radar from MASH? What do you guys think?
I think it's like all the above, isn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely one of those.
Tom Arnold's from Ottumwa.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that. See, that would
he
have
gives
been.
a lot of money. He gives a lot of money to the community college here.
Does he really?
Yeah, and he's a fairly big presence in that. It's Indian Hills Community College, and that's where he went to school.
No, that's cool.
Yeah. He even has like a building named after him there and everything. So.
The little diner in town, the canteen, right? That's what it's called. Isn't that what
Yep.
that's what the restaurant's modeled after in Roseanne?
Yep.
Yep, the loose meat sandwich.
So pretty soon we'll have our own building with our own name on it.
Yeah.
All right.
Hopefully soon.
What kind of building is it going to be? Is it going to be a diner?
Laser tag. Yeah.
Oh, laser tag. That'd be cool.
Yeah, bring that back.
And people are going to be showing up there, just assuming it's like they're going to be showing up there for medical needs, like to get an X-ray. Like, oh no, we just do laser tag here.
Yeah, we do laser tag. Sorry about that. But X-Ray Mary, how long have you guys been together for?
That's a great question. Historian Elgin.
Yeah, I'll give a potted history, I guess, of it. Our founder and spiritual guru Jimmy Dalton, he started the band in around 2011, I think, and he originally started with a drummer named Rob Hibbs, and they played as a duo, and then sometimes they'd have a rotating bass player in whenever they wanted to do shows. And then Corey Candior, their guitarist and vocalist, he joined, and then he called me and he's like, "Hey, do you want to play bass for this band?" I'm like, "Sure, I'm not doing anything right now." And so then we were basically in Fairfield, Iowa, and in Jimmy's basement, and we would play songs and stuff down there, and then did some shows and stuff, and then Jimmy moved to Washington State, and so that kind of, we're like, well, is this the end of the band? And then he's like, "No, I'll give you my blessing. You go ahead and spread the gospel of X-Ray Mary." And so then Corey and myself, we took over vocal duties, and then kind of carried on, and Josh, he joined later to play bass, and then Jason joined later after that. I think he's been in about 3 years now.
Okay, so Elgin, you started as the bass player, but now you're on.
No, I play.
You're on guitar
guitar.
and
Vocals,
it's
yeah.
I know him as Josh Bollinger. Is that bad to like out his real name on air?
No, I call him that all the time, but nobody else. Like,
You're all weird. I don't know who you're talking about. My own brother. And
He's just Spooty. He's just Spooty too.
Yeah. It's hard for me to call him that because when we used to ride over to Fairfield, because I had to pick him up when he lived at a different place here in Ottumwa. So I'd pick him up on the way over to Fairfield, and like one of the first couple times I was like, do you want me to call you? What do you want me to call you? Call you Josh or Spooty or? And he's like, yeah, whatever. So I'm like, okay, well I'm calling you Josh then. Anytime after that, that's what I've always. It's just hard for me not to call him.
But one of the coolest parts of the history of the band is the fact that it exists now with no original members.
I was actually just going to bring that up to you guys because it was one of the first things you guys told me when I was talking to you when I met up with you in Michigan.
Longest, I think.
How long have you guys been in?
Since 2011. We both were kind of started early on. And like I said, it was basically the four of us for maybe almost a year, I think, with Jimmy, Rob, and Corey and myself. Like I said, then Rob stayed for a while, and then he left. He just was tired, I guess, of rocking out, and so then.
That's interesting, though. I mean, you guys.
We're a tribute band.
Yeah.
But that is interesting, though. I mean, you guys. I mean, there's no original members left. Usually, when there's no original members left of a band, usually you guys kind of go in usually it seems like a band would go in a different direction. Yet you guys are kind of still carrying that on. You truly are a complete and total new incarnation of X-Ray Mary, which is it's cool. It's cool you're able to carry that on, and it's nice that the founder didn't pull a Billy Corgan and you know, take things along with them and say screw you guys, I'm taking the band with me, and you can you know, kind of deal with shit on your own. So
now you guys still have some links to Jimmy though, right? To Jimmy Dalton.
Oh yeah, he messages us all the time, and like he'll send us like songs and stuff. And you're like, hey, I just wrote this song, or
do you like don't screw up my band or anything like that?
No, he just asks how's the band doing? Are people digging it and stuff? And so yeah, we just kind of.
Are you keeping it warm till I come back?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He's like I said, pretty much every member that's been in the band is always welcome to come back. That's we played with, you know.
So you guys could turn into like a Slipknot then if all of a sudden all members try to, you know, come back, and that's cool. I mean, that's fine. I mean, you get a totally unique sound with that, but
yeah.
I was reading the back of your guys' CD before. Is Captain Three Leg? Is this another name for Jimmy Dalton? or is that a real person?
That's actually a real band. My friend Andy Kettle, that's his band, and I'm still kind of in it, sort of, I guess. That I was in. It's basically a recording band. If you check out his Bandcamp page of Captain Three, like he's got like, you know, 60 some releases. It's like grindcore stuff that he usually does, but I played in that on those songs, and then did all the artwork for that too. At that time, because he wanted to do a split with X-Ray Mary. He's like, well, you're already in this band with us, so let's just do that. And so then we recorded those other ones and made a split record.
Oh, okay. And that's the Captain Three Leg record is you guys together.
Yeah, it's just one side. It'd be like one side would be Captain Three Leg, the other side would be X-Ray Mary songs.
Okay. Which side are you guys? The 7 through 12 or 7 through 13?
Yeah, the last 4 songs, I guess.
Okay, because it seems like it's like largely instrumental, right? The first
all
part.
The instrumental stuff is Captain Three Leg.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Cool.
But I played all the guitar on those tracks.
Okay, so. There's some good guitar work in that that record. Baby Vape especially. I dug that track.
That was Andy's brother. That is where he got the inspiration of that. He basically came over to his house one time and was like, hey, can I vape in here? Is it cool if I vape in here? So then there's like small kids around, you know, and just like family function. It's like, why are you vaping around inside around these kids? That basically created that. So then we're like, we should make this, you know, acid rock song of about baby vaping or vaping around.
I've seen way too many. I used to like to. I'm not somebody that vapes normally, but I used to hit one every once in a while. Somebody would offer me one. 'Cause I'm a cigar smoker.
Or the cheapest cigarettes you can find.
Yeah, or cheap cigarettes. That too. Yeah, I smoke sales. What can I say? But now I've seen too many videos of people like putting in that like ass flavored vape into their vape pens just to just be like, hey bro, hit this, and then they just hit this like disgusting thing that like is like scientifically designed to taste like poop. And so I won't do it anymore.
Well, knowing the reputation of Josh and some of the stuff he consumes, he might be the only one that likes ass flavored vape. So,
that's true. It does. That would me saying I won't do it is kind of like goes against my don't knock it till you tried it.
I guess
lifestyle.
But we got to get this out of the way, because it seems like that this is the way that all interviews go with bands, especially with an indie band like yourself. I don't mean like an indie music type of band, but an independent band like yourself. I mean, what type of music would you guys classify yourself as, and where do you draw your influences from?
Well, I was a lot of it's from B movies, I would say. I mean, the songs I've written, basically went to Jimmy Luff, and he wrote so many songs. Like, we would come to practice and he'd be like, "Hey, I got 3 more songs. Let's play these," type of thing. And he's just super prolific. So then when he left, I was like, "Man, I should probably write some songs too," and, but yeah, I mean, kind of the inspiration was, B movie stuff like zombies and Frankenstein and all that type of thing. So
there's definitely a surf aspect to it.
Yeah.
It's punk rock.
Tones, Talking Heads, just kind of new wavy type of punk type stuff. Definitely like a punk. We'll always try to approach it with a punk attitude. The Cramps, for sure.
Little bit of everything on the punk side of things.
Now, does that kind of reflect your own personal backgrounds when it comes to musically? That is, I mean, did you guys all come from like a punk background or something like that?
I would say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I play a lot of blues too, like blues rock stuff. I mean, that's kind of
it's in there with the solos and stuff for sure.
Just rock influence, like Jeff Beck and that type of stuff. And
now, how does that transcend to where you guys are in Iowa? I mean, it sounds like you guys are, 3 or 4 of you guys are from Ottumwa, and the other guys not too far out. But I mean, how does that transcend to the local scene there? I mean, is it easy to get a following there? I mean, how does that go in in a Midwestern town like within the state of Iowa? Is it how's your following? How's the scene there?
Well, I'd say for other bands, I'm not sure, but our band is the thing about it, I think, is that it's all upbeat and happy and goofy, and so it's I think it's easy enough to latch onto, and even though at times it might seem a little sloppy, it's all intentional. So I think most people can gather that it is intentional and see the craftsmanship of the dirty punk rock song, and I don't know, it's been good. People really seem to enjoy it and get really engaged with the shows, and I couldn't be happier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. There's plus they're not very long songs, so I mean, if
that
you
helps
like
the
that
attention
one,
span.
If you don't like that one, just wait like a minute, and it's probably gonna be over.
Now, is it? Now, when they're not very long, so I mean, is that? I mean, do you guys intend for them not to be long, or is it easier for the writing process for them not to be long? I mean, what's the basis around that?
I assume just upbeat enough that there's just no fat on the songs. They're just poppy yet punky, and you just get the goods and get out. It's just the way they've seemed to always be written, I guess.
I always kind of liked short records, short songs. And when I listened to you guys before, but didn't really take note of it. And it actually wasn't until today. I don't live that far from the studio, but I listened to the whole electroshock therapy on the way here, and I was like, oh wow, that really was pretty quick. You know?
Yeah, it flies by.
Yep.
I mean, even myself, I'm a huge Beatles fan. I know Jimmy was too, and just kind of perfecting that 2-minute pop song, but now we're moving it into like a punk rock area, just and we're just giving it like full 100% for 2 minutes, just raw like the rock. So it's just. That's kind of what we're coming from too, and like I said, when we write stuff, and we want to like Jason said, get it down to as lean and mean as it can be.
Break down for us. I know, just so people listening know, you guys kind of talked about some of the origin. Who is the band right now, and what do you do? Break down who the four of you are. You kind of said it, but
right, officially.
Yeah. What is the current lineup right now?
Yeah. Myself, Elgin, on guitar and lead guitar and rhythm guitar and lead and vocals, and then I share vocals with Corey, and he also plays rhythm and lead stuff and guitar, and then Josh or Spoody, whoever you want to call him, plays bass, and then Jason does drums.
So you got two brothers on the bass drums combo. I kind of like
that.
We're two sets of brothers.
Yeah, Corey's my brother-in-law.
No.
Oh, really? Okay. I wasn't aware of that. Okay.
So how does that
both,
how does that transcend then to any do you guys run into any problems with with some family stuff kind of carrying over to the to the band? Is that something you guys have to deal with?
I'd say definitely not, and it's actually one of the best things about it. I've probably been in 20, 30 bands, and it's never been as easygoing as this, I think, because we are brothers, so we'll get along always, but then everyone in the band's so easygoing and laid back, and there's never been a problem ever.
Well, let's see, Josh. Let's see if we can put some division between them. Who's the biggest pain in the ass? You guys can go ahead and say it. It's fine. I mean,
it may be me because I'm always like pushing to book shows, so I'm always on their ass about
my work schedule.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
No, you see, this isn't fair because you're all taking. I know
they're taking the high road.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying.
I bet if Spoody was here, he'd say one of them though.
Oh, really? Well, maybe we should get him on the phone then. I was in a band back in the early 2000s, and we had a boyfriend girlfriend singers, and we were just asking for trouble when that happened, and we got it too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was drama a lot of the time between the two of them, but it made for interesting practices too, nonetheless. Yeah, Josh, did you have?
Yeah,
I thought you had something else. Go ahead.
Oh no. Yeah, we can keep going with that if you guys want. But how did the tour go? I know your 2019 tour is come to a close, right?
Yep.
How'd it go?
It was one of the better ones we've done.
Oh yeah.
By a long way. There was really, when the shows weren't on like a Monday or Tuesday, they were pretty good crowds. But I mean, even when we were playing to other bands, they were digging it too. So that was good.
What? Go ahead. I'm sorry, Jason.
Yeah, all the venues were pretty dang great. We played with a lot of really cool bands.
Yeah.
We had a new van that was super comfortable and easy. A lot of the tours a long time ago, it was like half about the shows and then half about what food are we gonna find.
Yeah.
They were food tours for a long time, but then like a few years ago, we all realized that we collect vintage toys. So I shit
Each one
you
of them
not.
a different one.
Yeah. Spoody and I do Transformers, Elgin does He-Man, and Corey does G.I. Joe. And so, like, I shit you not, we would spend most of the day looking up toy stores and going to toy stores and be like, oh yeah, we got to go play a show tonight. That's right.
We did 4 in one day going down to another show.
It,
That was ridiculous.
so let me tell you, it was a wonderful tour. We had a lot of fun.
How long was the tour, and how many states did you get to?
It was 10 days, and I never even count the states. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it was like 3, 4
3 or
states.
4.
Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, Ohio.
Yeah, because
Yep.
Josh, you
Yeah.
went and saw them
Yeah,
too.
absolutely. Yeah. We saw you at the Phoenix 510, which
Oh yeah.
cool venue. I had never heard of it, and I've been here my whole life. Seems like they didn't do that great a job of booking. We actually had the other band that was playing with you that night, Bill Grogan's Goat. We had them on the show a couple weeks ago.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
they seem like cool dudes, but there was some good
Really
talent
fun.
there that night. I thought,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, I liked them, and that last band was great.
Was that your guys'
Yeah.
first trip to Michigan, or have you been here before?
I hadn't been there.
I'd been there before in other bands, but it was the first time for this band.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I mean, Josh said you said the promotion wasn't all that great. For
It really wasn't. And I know the guys from you guys are being are being maybe a little kind, but the guys from Bill Grogan's Goat didn't have a whole lot of nice things to say about the. They said
About
the
the
place
venue.
was cool. The
Yeah.
place was cool, but
Place was super cool.
yeah.
It was just one of the last shows we booked for the tour, so we were kind of scrounging for the last minute, and wasn't it like an early in the week?
It was a Sunday.
See, and those are Sundays and Mondays are the worst days ever, and they were really great because they, I think, reluctantly decided to put on that show for us because I kept hounding them and begging them, and and we were lucky to find those bands to come play with us. So I'm not sure this show ever really had a chance because it was somewhat pretty last minute, but we still had fun. That was a cool stage and a really cool room, and
Yeah.
got to meet you, and now we're here. So it was great. It was worth it.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, when you're playing a place like that, I mean, what's your biggest concern? Like, what kind of keeps you up at night a little bit? Is it trying to connect with the audience? Is it trying to be engaging? What do you guys what's priority number one to when you guys go up on stage? Is it not to fuck up? What is it?
I would say just to have fun. I mean,
Yeah,
that's number one. I mean, kind of playing music live is kind of a special thing anyway, and just being able to do that, especially with people that you care about and want to do their best as well. And I'm playing first and foremost. I'm playing for the band. I'm playing for the other guys. If there's no one there for the show, I'm playing. The band's my audience now. So I'm that way I can make them laugh or whatever and have fun basically. So.
Yeah, I have to be honest. I have cared about all those things a lot over the years coming up, playing in all the other bands. But with this band, really the only thing we think about is just getting up there and playing for each other and having fun.
Mm-hmm.
And everything else will take care of itself. It's that laid back.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Well, I mean, try not to mess up is also key.
Well, I don't know if Corey's got that memo. So.
Yeah, he may not know that.
Just kidding.
throwing
Love you,
shade.
Corey. Yeah.
There we go.
Throwing shade. Which one? Okay, now, one of you guys was real tall, right? I remember Josh making fun of this. One of you guys was real tall, and one of you guys was real short, or something, right?
I'm the short guy.
You're the short guy. Okay.
Corey's a tall guy.
Corey's because wasn't Corey doing some solo stuff or something on the side in your tour? Or did I see those social media
We
posts?
did it
wrong?
one place in Ohio.
Canton? I don't-
It wasn't. It was that college town.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that college
Columbus.
town. That was all of them.
Columbus, that's what it was. At that bar.
The
the
tree bar.
Tree bar.
Bar
the
that
movie.
nearly killed us. Yes.
Yeah. There's so much black mold there. I thought we were gonna die.
Oh, that's always nice. That's the the pinnacle of any good punk rock venue is black mold in the place.
Yeah.
Also,
How pumped
also
they
head
were.
blew up too. Our bass head blew up at that venue.
Oh, your bass head blew up.
Yeah, it just fried. As soon as we plugged it in, it went. Psh.
Wow. Did you guys have a backup for that?
Well, we had to borrow the other Howling Commandos. Their bass head. We borrowed theirs.
And you know what too? That really sucks because again, I mean, it's not like we have Metallica or Aerosmith or anything like that touring around where they probably have 10 other bass heads or
Right.
just chilling in the in the tour bus. But yeah, I mean that could become a real problem for any band out there looking is having something like that blow up, whether it's an amp or a head or something like that.
We spent the next day driving around to many music shops and pawn shops and
Yeah, we found a music around there and got lucky and found a head. So finished up the rest of the tour with that.
Well, that's good.
That's cool that you guys were playing with somebody named the Howling Commandos. That is so a
They were
band that would
good.
tour with you guys.
they're damn good. I wish
Really?
I could tour
Yeah.
with those guys.
Oh yeah, man, that lead singer was crazy.
Yeah, played with a lot of cool bands.
Very
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, that night I saw you guys, I couldn't
that's
stick
the
around
thing
for the
with-
final one, but you guys and Bill Grogan's Goat impressed me a lot. I had some fun that night, for sure.
Good. Well, that makes me happy.
Yeah. I got 3 of your albums here with me. Manzilla, the Captain 3-Leg one we talked about, Electroshock Therapy. Is that your guys' whole catalog, or is there some more?
Oh no. Well, those are the songs that we play live, or mostly off of those 3. Jimmy Dalton has just by himself sat in his basement and recorded a million songs, and over the years we've released 20, 30 songs at a time, and we call those the basement tapes. So if you go to xraymary.com, you'll see a bunch of other albums. So that's actually the 13th album that we've put out.
Oh, okay.
Is Electroshock Therapy.
Do you wanna play anything from Electroshock Therapy at all, or anything really?
Heck yeah.
All right, what are we gonna play? What are we gonna grace the audience with here?
You guys want to start with Wanda and the Creature?
Sure. Love that
Well,
song.
All right, here we go. This is we're gonna go ahead and play Wanda and the Creature from Iowa's own X-Ray Mary. Let's get it going.
Wanda fell in love with a creature from the Black Lagoon. He smelled her there on the beach with a cheap perfume. He told Wanda that he loved the true. He told Wanda that he loved the true. He told Wanda that he loved the true. I love you, Wanda, said the creature from the Black Lagoon. Wanda fell in love with a creature from the Black Lagoon. They got married one night in a haunted saloon. He told Wanda that he loved the true. He told Wanda that he loved the true. He told Wanda that he loved the true. Sometimes garbage water tastes good with Mountain Dew, and that's what your lips smell like. said the creature from the Black Lagoon. Wanda fell in love with the creature from the Black Lagoon. Smelled her there on the beach in a chimbofume. He told the Wanda that he loved the true. He told the Wanda that he loved the true. He told the Wanda that he loved the true. One time, when I was walking home from school, I hit my butt on a tree stump, and that's how I feel when I'm with you, said the creature from the Black Lagoon.
All right, that was Wanda and the Creature. Now, what's that song about, you guys?
I love that tune.
I guess self-explanatory, but it's the creature in the Black Lagoon.
So nothing, right? Just Wanda and the Creature from the Black Lagoon, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's a little love story.
Who's on lead vocals on that one? Is that you, Elgin?
That's Corey.
That's Corey? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like that one. That one cracks me up.
Now, I mean, this was your latest release, correct? Electroshock Therapy.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, how was your song? How was your not your song, but your sound evolved from the times of the early days of the band to what we have now?
I guess kind of focused more toward kind of punk and kind of more like harder edge to it almost. A lot of the early stuff was kind of surfy sounding, kind of that Wanda from the Creature. I like a lot of the stuff like
And I think that
like amputee and other and there's still a vibe of surf stuff, but it's kind of more.
yeah, maybe now that I'm in the band, we've been playing exponentially many more shows than they used to before me. So there's definitely more drive to have a good live show, which tends to be more upbeat songs. So the faster, harder, punkier stuff seems to be what we worry about more anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, we used to do like that one, Let's Put in Bodies. We used to play a bunch, like Let's Put in Bodies in the Ground, that song. And that's kind of like a slower, kind of moodier song and stuff. I think that's on Manzilla, it's on another Basement Tapes. But we used to play that a bunch. Now we kind of don't. Like Jason said, we kind of favor more of like a faster, harder, louder kind of sound.
Cool. The name X-Ray Mary. There a story behind that at all, or just something you guys thought?
That's a good question.
Yeah, there probably is, but Jimmy never told us.
It sounds like you guys are on a real
taken out.
need-to-know basis with Jimmy.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was a cool name. I didn't ask because I was like, that's a cool name. Why? I don't even know. Came up with it.
Is Electroshock Therapy, is that kind of like your guys' favorite record? It's my favorite one of the ones I listen to, for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely got a lot of good stuff on it. I like the Split too. With Captain Three Leg. Maybe just biased because I played on the Captain Three Leg side as well.
That's what I was going to say about Electroshock Therapy. I'm like, that's my favorite because I finally get to be on it.
The Manzilla one, on that one, I only actually played bass and then did background vocals on that because Jimmy did all
and
the.
I recorded it.
Yeah, basically he recorded it, so it'll go down.
Do you guys have anything new in the works coming up? Any new releases for the upcoming year? Maybe next year.
It's been a slow summer. I think we're just working. I think we want to try to maybe just surprise everyone with a whole new set of material for a live show. So we're kind of working up old Jimmy songs, maybe a few new ones we've written to maybe do some recording.
Yeah, I got a couple kind of in the can that I've written. I just haven't finished and worked up, and like one called Flesh Mole, and some other, just a couple, maybe Tiger Blood or something like that. You know, couple that I've written a while back, and we just haven't had time to just kind of sit down and let's get work kinks out and let's do that.
How long does it take you guys usually to compose a new song? I mean, is this can you guys usually do it within a practice, or is it a lengthy kind of trial and tribulations when it comes to writing up new material?
For me, writing, I usually have to come up especially for this band, I have to come up with a lyric or something that, I usually write the lyric first, and which is kind of unusual. Most times I used to just write riffs and stuff, and then kind of worry about the lyrics later. But for this band, I usually try to think of an idea, or like a B-movie type idea or sci-fi, something like that, and then kind of write lyrics in a set of verse chorus type thing, and try to find a hook with that, and then add the music to it later, and then kind of bring that to the band to see what.
It seems like it comes together pretty quick in a practice, and it's more like it's all put together, but then repetition. We practice every week, and we just do them over and over. But we pretty much figure them out in a practice. They're like I said, they're 2 minutes. How hard could they be?
And I just kind of bring, if I bring in a song in, I'm bringing the rhythm, guitar part, and then the lyrics.
Everybody just figures out their parts.
Yeah, exactly. It's hey, if you find something that sounds cool, add it. Because it's bare bones when it comes in there. So we want to kind of flesh it out, and
then Elgin's like, "Oh, maybe I could use one of my 47 pedals for my guitar on this song."
I got some cool things going on there.
Yeah, I know your guys' big Midwestern tour's done for 2019, but you guys got any show dates lined up in the Iowa area at all?
Not currently. I got a lot of stuff with my work that's kind of. I had a couple employees basically quit.
His work cock blocked us pretty hard for the summer. It's not his fault, but
they basically just oh yeah, I'm quitting, and then this other person's quitting. So now I had to find 2 more hires and then train them and then get them signed off. So I'm basically waiting on that.
You know what, man? I really feel your pain right now. Literally the exact same thing just happened to me in my day job, and I feel you. I feel you, man.
But what it is.
You can't keep a good punk rock band down.
Do you guys got any? You guys are going to tour again next year? Is that the plan?
Hell yeah.
Of course.
They can't stop me from making it happen.
And I was going to say, it seems like Jason's going to be ready to tour by the. Is there maybe a fall tour or something like that?
He's ready right now.
Right now. Bags packed. Just tell me.
You guys definitely need to make it up to Michigan again on the next tour, and maybe we'll have you in studio.
That'd be cool.
What do you get? Should we play something else?
Yeah.
All right. What do we got next? What do you guys want to play next?
Yeah, you guys pick.
Guns Don't Kill. That's my lead vocal on that.
Like that soon.
Guns Don't Kill.
Yeah.
Joe, it's kind of funny. I'll tell you guys before the last. This is how low tech I am. Before Adam played the last song, I was pulling it out. I'm trying to hand him the CD. I was just trying to hand it to him, and he just gave me this look like I don't have this on a computer, you idiot. I just loaded up. I was like, oh, sorry, man. Just put the CD back away. He's just gave me this look like, yeah, I'm gonna actually put in a physical CD to play. I was like, oh, sorry, jeez, dude.
Well, you go to Josh's house and he still has VHS tapes all over the place. So
yeah.
I haven't watched one of those VHS tapes since last night. So and it was the Transformers cartoon movie, so you guys should appreciate that.
All right, well, here we go with Guns Don't Kill by X-Ray Mary.
so special. Can't keep up in school. Everybody hates me. They think I'm uncool. Gonna go down to the closet and get my 12 gauge. Cause I'll kill people. Oh no. But I do, cause I'll kill people. 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 Haven't seen my girlfriend. It's been 2 weeks. My hands are starting to shaking. My brain is going weak. Gonna go down to the closet and get my 12 gauge. Cause I'll kill people. Oh no, 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 no. But I do, cause I'll kill people. 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 But I do.
All right.
I like that song.
Yeah, that's a good song. Good tune. Guns Don't Kill by X-Ray Mary, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, is there any particular meaning behind that? Is that a guys a big Second Amendment type of band? Like, I mean, I know I was gonna try not to get political or anything like that, but what's the meaning behind that song?
That's one Jimmy wrote. I always kind of
So you guys don't know then?
yeah, I know. Well, I mean, obviously what the lyrics are, but I always kind of feel weird like saying that, especially with all these school shootings and stuff that happen, because it's basically like this guy in high school, in the school, he goes and gets a shotgun basically, and says, "Guns don't kill," what I do. So I always kind of feel weird singing it, but then it's such a good song that I just kind of forget about it.
Well, hey, he grabs his 12 gauge though, so at least it's not an assault rifle. So the liberals can't be that mad, right?
Well, nobody's really ever mad actually. They actually cheer after we get done playing it, so they can't be that bad.
It's a good tune. It's a good tune for sure. Hey, some of our listeners would be remiss, would be bummed if I didn't ask this, and if you guys don't, it's no big deal. But the way I know Josh from back in the day was his connection to the competitive gaming scene. Are you guys involved in that at all?
I'm not at all.
No, me either. That's
good,
all
good call,
Scooty.
you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a recovering member of the competitive gaming world myself. I'm in recovery from that whole from that whole scene. At least trying to be.
Practicing guitar to play video games.
Yeah, it's
when
I'm
I-
trying to be in recovery. They keep dragging me back in, I feel like, but
When I go over to see Josh, like when we go to his house to practice and stuff, like when they show up, like he's in his room, gaming basically. And I have
Yep.
to-
Just sit
It's
around
like,
waiting for
okay.
us to get there.
yeah, it's like, oh, you're gonna pry him away from that and to go practice.
Are you guys like why don't you do something more productive with your time than competitive gaming?
what's kind of funny is that I've known Josh for several years, and I knew he played, but I didn't really realize he had a band that actually toured because he's such a quiet guy,
Yeah.
But I knew him as he was the guy that ran the Grassroots Gaming Expo and owned the local piercing shop. And it's just kind of a cool dude, kind of a.
Wait, he owns a piercing shop?
Yeah.
Yeah, he still does that. He
Wow.
still does it.
Yeah, he owned the local piercing and arcade repair shop at one point, right?
Wait, they did arcade repairs and piercings
Yes.
out of the same.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's just how cool he is.
Yeah. No, so then and I said I had talked to him about music a little bit in the past. I knew he played, but then when he was like He's like, "Hey man, gonna be right around the corner from your place. Want to come see my band?" It's like, "Yeah, sure."
Man, I'm sorry. I wish we had him on the line, because I want to know how many people came in wanting to get their ears pierced, and also were looking to get their Xbox, fixed because it was red ringing or something like that.
Or I'm just wondering how many people came in like, "Hey, can you fix my Gallica cabinet?" And then like while they're doing it, like if they convinced them like, "Hey, you ever had your tongue pierced?"
It's had to have happened at
Pierced
least
while you
once.
wait.
Yeah, no kidding.
Two birds, one stone. What do you think? No, I didn't think you guys were too connected to the CAG, as they call it. I'm still not
Fucking lame.
I'm still not sure what that stands for. I think it's competitive arcade gaming, but
yeah.
I was gonna Google it later. So
Yeah, I was gonna ask that.
Yeah,
that's kind of a recent thing that I've heard people talk about. But you guys are right around the corner from IVGOF, from what was supposed to be the International Video Game Hall of Fame.
yeah.
I like to call it IVGOF because I coined that term.
yeah, and they don't care, Josh.
I know, and a lot of other people stole it, but that's it. That was my contribution to the gaming world. Hey man, you guys want to throw out anything else you guys want to add in before we wrap up? Feel free, but definitely throw us your webpage one more time. And is there a spot there or anywhere else where people can get CDs or merchandise or download some songs or anything like that?
Yeah, the one-stop shop really is xraymary.com. No dashes, no hyphens, no nothings, just all letters. xraymary.com. And then there's links to our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram on there. And it'll have our show dates. You can buy CDs and all that right there.
Very cool, man. Very cool. Hey, we really appreciate you guys coming on the show tonight.
Thanks for having us. This is so fun.
Yeah, it's great having you guys. Now we have to ask you if there's what song do you want us to bring the show out on?
What are you thinking, Elgin? Devil in Boots?
Oh, yeah, it's always a good one. People like that.
First track off the new album.
Devil in Boots. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll go ahead and play it out. You guys, again, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It was fun. Hopefully we can have you guys on again sometime.
That'd be great.
Thanks, Adam and Josh.
Thank you, guys.
Anytime. Thank you.
All right, that was Elgin and Jason with X-Ray Mary out of Iowa. Make sure you check them out on xraymary.com. You can go and get linked up with all their social media outlets there, and hook up with some of their merch as well.
And we'll keep you posted on tour dates if they're maybe coming to your hometown.
Yep. So for Josh, I'm Adam. Thank you for joining us, everybody. We're going to try to be more regular with this show. So we'll be with you again in probably a few weeks. But anyways, like I said, hope you enjoyed it tonight. Make sure you check out X-Ray Mary, and we will see you all next time.